Hi guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Jade.
I'm Kylie, and today's video is going to be about everything you need to know before your freshman year of college.
So Kylie and I are both sophomores in college.
Jade's visiting me right now. I go to a super small school, but she goes
I go to like a medium-sized school, so like we both have perspectives on a smaller school and like a medium-sized school.
Yeah, it's definitely very different.
Oh, so different.
Well, last year I lived in just a traditional dorm, but this year I live in a suite, so it's 2 rooms connected by a bathroom, and I live here with 3 other girls. I like this much better just because it's a lot easier and quicker to just go right there to the bathroom, or even just to wash your hands instead of having to walk all the way down the hallway, which isn't really a big deal, but
Lazy people problems is just like annoying, but yeah, no, not that bad. I currently live in an apartment, but last year I did live in like the traditional like dorm style where it's just like 2 people in a room. And honestly, like we both have never lived like shared a room with someone, so it was our first year. And like it is weird, you're like, what? There's someone right next to us and like whatever, but you make like a best friend like really like easily. It is like a really close environment, literally like, well, especially my dorm was, I guess it's like how it is here. It's just like their beds are right here, but I mean, as long as you have one side and your roommate has the other, and as long as you're like a neater person, which you definitely,
True.
that's
You
what
need
you
to be
learn.
clean.
Yeah, that's what you learn going to college is like you kind of need to be cleaner than you
There's
ever
just
were.
no room for
like
a mess.
my room at home, so messy, but college, it's like the neatest thing
Perfect.
ever because like I don't know, and also like random people always walk in, which is also really cool about dorms. In my apartment, no one really just walks in at all because you don't know really everyone, but dorms are cool because your next door neighbors could be like your best friends, and you just like walk in whenever.
Living in a dorm is definitely fun, just because it's like friends everywhere. But there's also some things that like are kind of annoying. But mostly the noise for me, just because.
Oh yeah, if you're a light sleeper, like it's gonna be a little rough for
Yeah,
you.
but honestly, like I feel like I've learned to not need silence to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. Your
Like-
body just like kind of gets used to it. So after the first week, I would say
In
it's,
the
like,
beginning, I
fine.
was like, "How?"
I mean,
am I gonna
besides
do
like
it?
on the weekends, that's probably the only like time it would be like a little annoying. But
Yeah,
and
naps
also
are-
naps. Yeah, like we're huge nappers. Like I literally need to nap or else I can't like function. But and like the amount of times my friends would just walk in on me and then I would like wake up.
Yeah, it's just like not really a thing. Like I'll be trying to sleep, and then the guys next door will just start blasting music, and
Yeah.
the walls are so thin it
So-
basically sounds like it's in my.
Yeah, literally. Walls are so thin. But yeah, so all I'm gonna say is lock your door if you're taking a nap because like my roommate and I would literally just leave it open. So that's on us. People just walk in. But and like with keys, like you would always like
Oh yeah.
do you keep your wait? Oh
I'll
wait,
get
no,
it.
you don't have it.
Drink
Like my roommate and I would like leave it on our wrist because it's just like you gotta do that.
Because
It's-
like
it's the easiest way.
a lanyard is just not realistic because you're not gonna want to carry that all the time. So I just put it on a hair tie like this, and then you put it on your wrist, and
And it's just always there.
yeah.
And like my roommate last year literally lost her key about like 5 times, and I'm not kidding. And after you lose it 5 times, you have to pay.
we
So
have to pay
it's
every
just-
time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's $50 because they have to change your locks.
Yeah. Oh my god, they hated us. We changed our lock twice, and the people really did not like us. But shout out to Britt. She just forgot a lot of things, but it's fine. It was great. Great time. The second thing we're going to talk about is the topic of food.
It's not very good. It's not okay.
No, to be honest, it's not as bad.
No,
as
it's
you
not that
think.
bad.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it would be terrible. It's not great. It's definitely not home food, but
It's just not as many options. Obviously, like you can go out
anywhere at home.
and like eat whatever you want. But sometimes, like my dining hall last year would be sometimes like specific days they would have stuff.
Yeah,
right?
they like
I don't
switch it
know.
up. They do their best, but my school, our meal plan is 12 swipes a week. So that means that you can enter the dining hall twice a day, which doesn't seem like enough, but it definitely is. Like
Yeah.
I at first did not think it would be enough, but I'd never finish them.
Yeah, no,
I've
I
never-
never.
I've
would.
never once ran
Especially in
out.
the winter time. It's so cold. Like our schools like get cold, and it's no, we wouldn't.
I just don't
go out at all. Like it literally makes you just hibernate in your dorm because who wants to walk out when it's freezing and like
Yeah.
just not okay. And so you live off microwave food. So definitely keep a nice like stock of
Yeah,
nice, like,
and
microwave food. and
Honestly,
stuff.
people say that like they gain a lot of weight in college from the dining hall, but for me it was sort of the opposite just because the food's not very good, so I don't eat as much.
Yeah, no, it's seriously like I could totally agree with that because who wants to go out and eat like crappy food?
Exactly.
So you just literally are just like, nah, it's
Or-
fine. I'm not that hungry.
Or even, like, I eat more salads because I'm like, I would enjoy this just as much as the gross piece of pizza that I was going to
so
get.
the pizza, definitely. Because, like, we're from New York, and the pizza is, like, dank. But college, you're just like, yeah,
College pizza's tough.
not as good. But, so, like, I live in an apartment, and I do kind of miss the meal plan, like, on campus, just because, like, I don't want to cook food sometimes. Like, I get home, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to cook a meal. But it's nice, because obviously it's not as, like, bad quality food, but it just gets lazy
You don't have to
again.
walk there.
Oh yeah, I could definitely just, I walk outside and it's right there, but miss my mom's food. You'll miss
True.
That's what you'll miss the most.
Alright, so the next thing that we want to talk about is just the general topic of school, because that's what college is. My number one piece of advice is definitely rate my professor. It is a beautiful thing, and
I was thinking link down below.
it's a beautiful thing. It honestly just saves your life because it tells you everything about your teacher, and
Like literally anything.
yeah, exactly. Like, it will tell you what their tests are like if the tests are similar to the
Like,
homework.
people like put like they like write a whole like description
Yeah,
about it. And,
it's
like,
like
rate
students'
from
reviews.
like I think it's like to 0 to 5.
Yeah,
Right.
and like their strengths, their weaknesses, what they do that they like, what
If you
they
need
don't
like
like.
your textbook, because especially with school, like I remember last semester I literally bought every book I needed, spent like $200, didn't need like half of my books.
yeah.
So like that's one thing that definitely, and like find like if your friends if you have friends like older, like if they've taken the class
Yeah.
before, if you need it, because it seriously sucks if you spend like so much money.
Also, the reviews will say things like if the professor usually does their tests based off the homework or based off of the textbook, and basically what to study, what's important, what's not important.
Yeah, it's
If
just
they're
very
hard grader.
informative. Oh yeah, hard grader.
Just
is
like the
definitely a
little
big thing.
specific
like how
things
many
that-
papers. Sometimes people are like, oh, you have like 3 papers or like whatever, and like it even says like if a professor's hot or not. So I mean it's like really informative, so it's great. Also like another thing would be taking late classes versus early classes, and like I love sleeping in, so last semester I took a lot of later classes, but so the later ones are usually 3 hours. So it's
tough to sit
it's
through.
rough. Yeah, it's rough. But then this semester it's like I'm done by like 12 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I'm done by 2 on Tuesday, Thursday. And so honestly, I'd rather get up early, finish it, and you can go home and sleep.
It
So
really
it's, like, not
depends
that bad.
on the person.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
And like for night classes, I would come back, like I would have like a morning class, or like not like too early, and then come back, sleep, and then I'd have a class at 5, and I would just be like, no, I don't want to go.
it's like harder.
Because like getting yourself up is so
yeah,
hard.
for me it's easier to get up, get all my stuff done, and then be done by night.
Yeah.
And not like.
I mean, I
instead
say
of-
like test it out, like do one semester like how I did, and then like figure out which ones you like.
Also, something that's just worth thinking about is your setting for studying, because for myself, I have a really hard time sitting at my desk and doing my work and focusing and applying myself when my roommate's in the room. It just kind of distracts me. So for me, I do my best work in the library, and I just have learned that about myself from being here. So I know that if I need to get something done, like I need to go there and I need to sit there and stay there until I'm finished. Otherwise, if I try doing it here, it's going to take me twice as long.
Yeah,
it's just not-
so true.
I won't do my
like,
best.
unless you're like like I usually do just stay in my room, but just because the library is really far from me, but like during finals week is literally when I'm in the library 24/7, because like it really makes you work harder and just like get
Just
it
like
done.
your quality
and it's
of
great.
like your focus.
Yeah.
What that word is,
Yeah.
but
So,
it just really
Definitely go to
makes
the
a difference.
library.
And also, just a little thing for myself, it really helps me to write things down to study and write them in different colors, because it just makes
I don't
it
do
much.
that, but I mean
It makes it
it
much
does
less
sound
boring to look at
good.
than staring at a page of all just black ink, and then I'm like, wow, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But if it's pretty, then I'm like, all right.
But it is nice though, because in college, like in our high school, we didn't really use our computers like ever.
No.
Actually, not really. And so like college is nice because you literally have your computer. For my classes, I think everyone lets me use it, so it's
Yeah.
cool because you can just like type, but then you don't learn the information as like well. So that's why I
Yeah,
definitely
that's
like
why I
write
like-
it out if you want, and like
Yeah, your computer is your life.
yes,
It's everything.
seriously, literally has everything that you ever need. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the topic of just like people in general, and like going into it last year, I was the only girl in my grade going to this school.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't think of that. And so like you go into it and you're like, oh my god, I'm so alone,
Yeah.
and like you really do feel like it. And I remember like not gonna lie, like just being really sad, like talking to like Kylie and like my mom, just being like, I really miss home, like I miss my friends. You like think that you're just like so alone in it.
It definitely takes a little while.
It does.
It's
Honestly,
not, like,
first
instant.
semester it literally took me like a first semester, but you have to realize, and like so many people are gonna say this to you, but like it really is true that everyone is in the same boat and everyone feels like that. So best thing to do is literally like I would walk around my entire dorm, like if their door was open, which you should do. We left our door open 24/7. And
just even to just see familiar faces.
Yeah, no, exactly. And like who's on your floor, and you like go around, like say hey. But like there are gonna be people who already have a friend group, like if they came in with their like best friends or whatever to school, and they are gonna be a little just like don't really care, be a little standoffish, and like that kind of like I remember me and my roommate last year were like, what? Like do you want to be friends? But honestly, like in the end, like you
There's
will
always
make friends.
somebody.
Yeah, like it's totally fine, and like just like make sure you get their numbers and like just talk. You literally talk to everyone. Like in our contacts, it's like Sarah from like science or like something. Like it's literally like it's cool. It's like funny.
Just like the more names and faces you know, the
makes you
more
the
comfortable
campus
you are.
literally makes it so much smaller.
Even just like walking past people saying hey.
Yeah. Just be friendly. You know, like if you come off just like a little standoffish, people obviously aren't gonna try to be friends with you.
And also like you can't expect to just have your group right away and to keep the same group. It really does take a little while. Like seriously. At first I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? I don't only have like one or two people that I'm comfortable with, and it takes honestly like
it took me like a semester to like find like my close group of friends, and then like even
it's
now
okay.
I still don't like
and it's okay if it changes.
Yeah.
Because that's
you just have to be open.
People. Yeah.
And like same with like your home friends, like you really have to make it a point to like text. Like we text not every day, but like we Snapchat enough that like you have to put in effort if you want to keep a relationship. Like there's some people you just kind of like let go, but like if it's meant to be, you know, like
if a relationship is important to you, it does take extra work now just because you're not going to see them every day.
And like your boyfriend.
Yeah, so like I have a boyfriend. We've been together like
for
a
like
while.
so long.
All throughout high school.
Hey Andrew.
And it's definitely hard because you go from seeing each other every single day to
it's just weird. Like you literally you're just like wait, like I don't see
and
you.
And it's definitely takes a lot of extra work and a lot more effort, but I don't know if it's worth it to you. It's very worth it to me. Yeah. Then it's
just not as bad as like you would think, and like it just honestly you have to be on the same page as the person because
you
and
both
like,
have to be willing
them,
to
obviously
want it.
Because that trust is going to be a huge like issue. Or,
it
like,
definitely has to be
issue,
like
a topic that you really need to
mature relationship. It can't like otherwise it just won't last being apart because.
But also like, and if it doesn't, it's okay. Like college, there's so many boys, and like I don't have a boyfriend, and it's cool though going from like your high school is so small and like you see like the same boys all
everyone.
Like you literally know everyone. The only thing like you just have to remember is that you can go to boys first too. Like it's not just if you're at like a party, if you're at like wherever, like an occasion, and you think oh like the guys have to come up to you first, like you really don't. And it's like seriously like your persona or like the way you act.
It's like your vibe that you give off.
Yeah, but it's literally your vibe. So like if you come off standoffish, like we said for like girls, like if you're trying to make friends, like if you do that to guys, they're obviously not gonna come up to you or like not gonna try to like talk like whatever. But if you just seem approachable, like they will come to you.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
If you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe.
Hopefully we'll have new video or videos
soon. But definitely keep a lookout during the summer. We're going to try to post more. And
bye.
Bye.